Iteration process. So iteration process means it is a method of calculating the approximate root of the given equation, and this procedure is repeated again and again. So this repeated type process is called as iteration process here. In each step we have to use the result of previous step, and this process is continued till we get accurate result. And all the numerical methods are approximate techniques for the solution of any problem. Indeterminate value property. Let f of x equal to 0 be a real valued function or continuous function if f of x has opposite signs for two values such as x equal to a and x equal to b. Then f of x has at least one root which lies in between a and b. So we'll be discussing this term geometrically. If f of a and f of b are in opposite direction, so f of a is above the x-axis, means its sign is positive, and f of b, which is below the x-axis, its sign become minus here. And here y equal to f of x is a continuous curve, and this curve which cuts the x-axis at the point m here. So when you draw the curve, it will cut the x-axis, and this m which is lies in between the points a and b. Therefore m is called a real root of y is equal to f of x here. So in any problem, here will require is one is positive value, another one is negative value, then only we will get it the root of the equation. So this property is called indeterminate value property. While discussing Newton-Raphson method and regular falsy method, so this intermediate value property will help us here to calculate the root which lies between a and b. Indeterminate property will help us to find the initial approximation for a real root of f of x is equal to 0. Newton-Raphson method, or it is also called method of tangent. Here y is equal to f of x is a continuous curve. For this curve we will drawing the number of tangent here. So draw the first tangent as x0, which touches the curve at the point a1 and meets the x-axis at x0. Then draw the second tangent x1, which touches the curve and also meets the x-axis at x1. And similarly draw next tangent which touches the curve at a2 and meets the x-axis at the point x2. So we'll continue the same process to draw the tangents until we'll reach the point m here. So this point m is called real root of the Newton-Raphson here. So Newton-Raphson method consists of replacing part of the curve y equal to f of x by drawing the tangent to the curve at a1, at a2, a3, etc. till we reach the point m here. And the formula for Newton-Raphson method is xn plus 1 is equal to xn minus f of xn divided by f dash of xn here. So f dash of xn is the differentiation of f of xn, and n values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So this formula is called Newton-Raphson iteration formula. first example on Newton-Raphson method. Obtain an iterative formula for finding a root of the equation f of x equal to 0. Using Newton-Raphson method, use it to find the real root of the equation x sin x plus cos x equal to 0 near to x is equal to pi. Correct to 4 decimal places of accuracy. Solution: let f of x is equal to x sin x plus cos x. So given function is denoted as f of x. So now differentiate this f of x function with respect to x here. So differentiation of f of x become f dash of x, and apply the derivative of u into v rule for x sin x here. So keep x as it is. Differentiation of sin x is cos x plus, now differentiation of x is 1 into sin x, then differentiation of cos x become minus sin x here. So plus sin x minus sin x cancelled out. Our f dash of x function become x cos x here. Now we have to using f of x and f dash of x to calculate the approximate roots here. In this problem, they will given the initial approximation x is equal to pi or x naught is equal to pi. So when problem containing trigonometric function sine, cos, tan, cot, etc., we will always calculating these terms in radian mode here. So before calculating, you have to set your calculator in radian mode, then find out or calculate the value. So it is applicable only for trigonometric function. So you have to be remember it when trigonometric functions are calculated in radian mode in Newton-Raphson method and in regular Falsey method. Now the first approximation is given by x1 is in this formula. While calculating first approximation, so in this formula first one substitute n is equal to 0. So that use x1 is equal to x naught minus f of x naught divided by f dash of x naught. And we know that x naught value, so x naught value is pi minus f of pi f dash of pi. So pi minus f of pi means substitute pi value in f of x function. So pi sin pi plus cos pi and divide by f dash of pi. So again substitute pi in f dash of pi function, pi into cos pi. So you know that sin 180 is 0, so whole term is 0. Cos 180 is minus 1. So here also cos 180 is minus 1. So minus into minus plus here. So pi minus 1 divided by pi. So here we have denoted cos 180 is minus 1, sin 180 is 0. So by using the calculator, we will calculate x1 value, which gives 2.8233. Now we have to using x1 value to calculate the second approximation. So in second approximation, you have to substitute x value at 2.8233. So again in previous formula, substitute n is equal to 1. So which gives x2 is equal to x1 minus f of x1 divided by f dash of x1. So substitute x1 value at 2.8233 and calculate these value in radian mode. So which gives 2.7986. So first value is 2.82, second one is 2.79. Then calculate the third approximation by substituting x2 value. So we'll continue the same process. So in every new step we'll using the previous value. So whenever the two roots are same, 2.7984, 2.7984, you have to stop the procedure, so which use the approximate root here. So you continue the same process when the two values are same. Second example, using Newton's iteration method, find the real root of x log x to the base 10 is equal to 1.2. Correct to 5 decimal places here. So again consider this f of the given function as f of x. So f of x equal to x log x minus 1.2. So now differentiate f of x with respect to x. So differentiation of x is 1, keep it log x to the base 10 as it is, and differentiation of 1.2 is 0, plus now differentiate x, so sorry, I keep it x as it is, differentiation of log x to the base 10. So here we will applying the property. So d by dx of log x to the base a, when the base is constant, its differentiation is log e to the base a into 1 divided by x. So we will applying this property. So according to this, differentiation of log x to the base 10 become 1 by x log e to the base 10. So which is equal to log x to the base 10. So x and x cancelled out, and substitute the standard value of e. E is 2.718. So log of 2.718 is 0.43429. So which is the first approximation. So in this problem they will not given the initial approximation. So first step is we will calculating the initial approximation by substituting the value of x equal to g plus 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 etc. in f of x function, such that we required is one is positive value and another one is negative value according to intermediate property. So starts from 0. So substitute here x value as 0. So when you substitute 0, so 0 log 0 minus 1.2, which gives the negative value or less than 0. Then substitute x is equal to 1 in this function, which also gives negative value minus 1.2 or which is less than 0. Then substitute f is equal to 2, so again gives negative value or less than 0. When x is equal to 3, which gives the positive value 0.23, which is greater than 0. So here there are totally 3 negative value and 1 is positive value. So it required is only one positive and another negative value. So therefore the real root of f of x, which lies between 2 and 3. So one is negative value, another one is positive value. So in place of f of 0 and f of 1, we have to use the f of 2, because 2 is close to 3 compared to 1 and 0. Therefore we will use the value of a as 2 and b as 3. Now compare minus 0.6 and 0.23 values with 0. So 0.23 is very close to 0 compared to minus 0.6 here. Therefore we are choosing the initial approximation as x naught is equal to 3. So we choose the initial approximation. Now substitute x naught is equal to 3 in this formula. 3 minus f of x naught. So f of x naught is 3 log 3 minus 1.2, then whole divided by f dash of x naught. log 3 to the base 10 plus 0.43429. So simplify, you'll get it x1 value at 2.74615. Then while calculating second iteration, you have to use the x1 value and continue the same process till the two values are same here. So now you have to just observe it. Second iteration, x2 value is 2.74065, x3 value is also 2.74065. So x2 and x3 values are same. So therefore we will denote this term as x2 is equal to x3. So which gives the approximate root here. So approximate root of x log x to the base 10 is 2.74065.